Hey there, I'm Lance and I'm a gamer.
And I'm Sam, and I'm a non-gamer.
And we are Love to Hate, where we help gamers find great games to play with non-gamers.
And today we're taking a look at Escape Mail.
Escape Mail is a mail game, or a game that you get in the mail, let's say.
It's not about mail.
And it is an escape room type game. Who would have thunk that? But this comes out of Canada, and it is, like I said, comes in the mail, and it comes in different episodes. And we were given the first episode here in this envelope, and so we do want to thank the people at Escape Mail for sending us this copy. But in this game, you are going to receive some mysterious components in which you are going to be using to try and solve the puzzles that are inside of this envelope. So this is an escape room type game. And we're going to let you see a top-down shot of this. And so we're not going to go over how to play this. There's not some separate rules overview segment. We're just going to be talking about this as we go along. And if you don't want to know anything about what's in this envelope, go ahead and skip over this part of the video. We'll put a timestamp where we share our thoughts on this game. If you don't want anything spoiled, we're not going to show you any of the puzzles necessarily or how to solve anything. But if you don't want to know anything about it, just go ahead and skip over that. So again, this is what you would get in the mail if you were to order something from them. And as you can see, there's some mysterious symbols on the envelope. So everything that you get is going to be used. And so again, this is season 1, episode 1, and it says right here that the difficulty is standard, and that's because you can get the difficulty in 2 different modes, standard and then difficult, and I'll show you what the difference is there. But opening this up, this is what we received in our envelope. Lots of different components here, and we're not going to spend too much time talking about anything in particular because, again, we don't want to spoil anything, but you can see here that there's a lot of cool stuff in this. And now you will have to cut some things out, so you are going to need a pair of scissors. You might need some glue. That's not a spoiler. That's something that they tell you on your website, but one thing that you will also absolutely need is an internet-connected device. So just be aware of that you are going to need the internet to be able to do this. Lots of cool things in here. You got maps, you've got some cryptic puzzles, some cloth components, really cool things that you're going to be trying to figure out. Now this is the first thing that you're really going to be working through, and it's a letter from your long lost cousin, JJ, because everybody's got a long-lost cousin, right? And they send you stuff in the mail out of nowhere. And that's what you have here with this particular one. And so you're going to be trying to figure out what JJ is trying to communicate to you. And of course, everything is super tense because, you know, people are out to get you. Now, I mentioned that there are...
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do, right. Now, I mentioned that there are 2 difficulty modes, the standard and the difficult mode. And with the standard mode, you're going to have this flow card here that's going to show you what order to be using these components here in order to figure out the puzzles as you go. So this is kind of like a guideline telling you what order to focus your attention to. If you do the difficult mode, you are not going to get this card. You will get the stuff that's on the back of it, which is a QR code you can scan for some theme music, or if you need a hint to be able to guide you along the way, you can scan that. It'll take you to their website. And that's going to be very useful to you, but you'll get everything else in both the difficult modes. So that's what you have here. So let's go ahead and share our thoughts on this because I feel like we've been doing a bunch of escape rooms here lately.
Yes.
And this one's a little bit different in that it's like a campaign, as you'll get several different episodes mailed to you. After you complete one, you can then go on to the next one and they'll mail you that one. And they incorporate the mail as part of the narrative, everything. Because like I said, your cousin JJ mails this to you in the mail, and that kind of goes along with the storyline, which I think is really kind of cool. But Sam, what did you think about this as a non-gamer?
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy escape rooms. I think there's a big variety out there recently and different types. And I thought this one was really interesting. The fact that it comes in an envelope like it does. It's definitely compact.
Yeah.
But I mean, for the most part, it's fairly similar to other escape rooms. You play different puzzles and things like that. But I do think the addition of the internet and that website is helpful and unique for this game.
Yeah, I think that, and it's not just like that you are maybe like Googling something on the internet or something like that. We don't want to give too much away, but it incorporates that in a unique manner that doesn't make it feel like you're staring at the phone. And so if you're somebody out there that's like, I don't want any electronics in my board gaming, well, you know, you do have to have electronics to be able to do this, but it's not like it's a huge component to be able to do this activity. I will say that I think the stuff that's on the internet is pretty cool when it comes to this. And what I will throw out there is just the minorest of all spoilers. They have some actors involved, and I think it's really cool with this particular one because it really ramps up the production value.
And it makes you want to go do the next one.
Yeah, because the storyline is pretty rich with this one. And yeah, like Sam said, it gets addicting. You figure one thing out and it leads on to the next. And you're like, yeah, I want to know more about this.
Yeah.
So they do a good job with that. And I like that every component is used with this particular one. You know, a lot of times the components mean so much whether an escape room game is any good or not. If the components are junk or they're poor quality or if they just don't function the right way that they're supposed to, then the experience is kind of, you know, it's dampered by that. You don't have that be a problem with this one, I don't feel like. I think the puzzles are unique, and the way you use the components to figure out those puzzles is pretty clever. This one does it really well, I feel like. So it was a different experience for us because getting something in the mail that, I mean, you open it up and just from jump start, you're right into the thick of the puzzle, and the narrative and the theme of it is really cool too. So I'm excited to try to see if maybe there's, you know, more that we could get out of this to kind of continue to sink our teeth into, because this is just episode 1, and I think it probably took us about 2 hours to do.
Yeah.
And so you get through those 2 hours and you're ready for more. You want to do more in this narrative because it leaves you on a cliffhanger, and you would like, at least I want to know what's next in the storyline. I don't know, how did you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, definitely by the end you're like, okay, well, I did all that work. I want to learn what happens next.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So a really cool experience, this one. This is Escape Mail. And again, we want to thank them for sending it to us. If you'd like more information, check out the links down below in the description of this video. We do have a code down there that you can use to get yourself a discount on their website. So do make sure to check that out. You don't want to miss out on it. And while you're down there, leave us some comments. Let us know what you think about this one.
Make sure to like and subscribe and push that bell button so you get notifications of all our new content.
I'm Lance.
I'm Sam.
And we are Love to Hate, where we bridge the gap between gamers and non-gamers. We'll catch you next time.